at first ZA 2:30. There's still time. Oh God. Yeah, it's almost 2:30. So we're expecting people are going to be joining very soon. Like we're expecting something like I don't know the whole world. Like, yeah. Let me see. We're expecting the whole world because, anyways, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Okay, guys. So all right. Okay, let me start with okay. I don't even know what to start with, but probably I'm going to start with something. Okay, firstly, we're going to say, today is Sunday. I don't know. Go. Like, I have a lot to my head now. Okay, let me start with this. Today is Sunday. Firstly, let's just say welcome back from church. Did get let's just say that, and hmm, haven't welcomed our church audience. Yes, haven't welcomed our church audience. Now we're going to be welcoming every single person, new viewers, returning viewers, and I don't know any viewer that you or once you're here, your presence is extremely regarded, alarming regarded. Let me just put it. Your presence is alarming regarded, and we're not taking it for granted, not in any ways. Okay, guys. So or set. Okay, today is more like a special day. I know, like oh god, stop it, not. All right, so today is more like a special day, yeah, and today is more like we're celebrating something, yeah, and today is again Easter something, yeah, and again today is more like dreamers. I don't know. I have something on my thumbnail like the what's it called? Let me remind. Let me get what I pasted there. Say something like the highest cookies, one cookies for the highest dream. I don't know. Okay, the SS why I did that or the SS I put such test. I don't know. It's curious as first, but I have my reasons for putting that test there. Hmm. Then my reasons is just more like I don't know. As I said, today is well not well, today is not tutorial lecture. Do you get this all day? Like if you look at me very well, I put water on my head. So I really need this to cool off. So today is a kind of resting day. You're gonna rest. You listener is you're probably going to be resting. Me as well, I'm going to be resting. And mind you, today is a special day everywhere, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a special day everywhere. Yeah, said we let me not say day. Do you get? We are celebrating a kind of Christ resurrection day and stuff of that nature. So it's more like a day to be happy about and so guys, it's more like a day to be happy about and a special day as I mentioned earlier and we all are glad. I don't know. Okay, so we're still waiting for people to join. We have something to really talk about. Very crucial, very crucial, and probably trust me, it's going to be fun, kind of fun and as I mentioned earlier, we're not going to bore you too much with. Today is a bit fun and we're not able to stay long. Like the live stream section is always still long, but we ought to come up so that it's more like keeping to our promise. We're streaming every day, so on Sundays we're still streaming. So we're doing it more like maybe Sundays is for something like okay chat. Do you get to talk, get to interact, get to ask questions, get to give replies and all of those stuff. So something of that nature with this server and that's more like what we'll say for today. And if we're going to be doing that, the floor is open and just more like a whole show or whatever we're doing. If you're going to be joining, you're going to be sharing your country flag, or you will just I don't know, you just okay now let me say flag is a kind of or what's it called? It's a bit difficult. I don't know. Let me not say it's difficult, but a kind of stressing. Then you just be like, oh, you just join. Maybe you just tell us your country. Then we're going to have your country. Stuff of that nature, something of that nature. So that's probably that. And as I mentioned earlier, we have something big on our thumbnail. So that's more like a dream. And if you look well, like on top of it, I was like something like my dream. I see so it's probably a dream and fiction. Do you get and what something that we're picturing and if you're picturing something If you're, I don't know, if you're consistent, if you're serious picturing it, it's going to get to a point. It's probably going to come. So that's one thing about picturing, more like vision. Do you get? So that's more like that. So there is a lot of vibes today. I don't know. I don't want to stream it the night, so I have to do it now. And doing it the night, I don't know. It's not going to really come out or let us. I'm going to be stressed, or I will not even have the time because I'm going to be engaged in a little with I own something of a lot of activities after now. So it's something that we really need to talk about now. So guys, still waiting for our audience to join. All right, guys. So we said we have something on our thumbnail. Firstly, okay, before we even start talking about it, because I'm definitely going to talk about it. Then, yeah. I will definitely talk about it. So, before we get to talk about it, or before we get start talking about it, firstly, okay, just more like what's it called? Okay, I say okay, more of greetings, more like our model, yeah, or normally or what we normally do would be like greetings, or greeting every returning viewer, new viewer, any viewer that your presence is being regarded and you're not taking it for granted. And I have something on a thumbnail. Maybe I should just get into it deeply. Then, if they get to join, they are just going to follow us alongside. Do you get? So we have something like dreaming something. So that's why I said today is not tutorial, not in any way like I don't know. I'm hot. Like everywhere is hot, and today is more like a kind of sharks, I mean, and you're going to be asking me questions, I'm going to be replying, and we just started, and I said it's more like a chat, so we're not going to be boring anybody here. And as I said, today is more like a special day because there is a lot of activities going on today. Like, I mean, it's okay, I said it before now. I said something like, whoa, everybody, there is a lot of activities going on and all of those stuff. So, firstly, is that we're not going to waste much time, and secondly, is we're going to elaborate on it. So, if we're really going to be getting into it deeply, okay. And we said, I don't know. If people don't trust me, or like you don't feel that I have cookies, so I can still keep to my words. I said something like the best dreamer or goes I feel to add goes home with cookies. I don't know, but something of that nature. Now, if I'm telling Dan anything that I'm talking about, what today is set for, I said, oh, it's for dreamers and your or the best dreamer and whatever. So it's just more like, okay, Viction. So that's just what we're going to be talking about. Elaborate. I will just talk. Do you get? I will just use my language. Let me put. I will just use my language. We're going to or we're going to leave furnished English. By the way, we're going to talk like we're gonna use our language. Yeah, we're gonna use our language. So if we're gonna be using our language, okay, I said it's just more like dreams and visions, a kind of that. And oh, somebody don't tell me that, okay, just like some people be like, bro, your dream is too much. Of course my dream has to be too much now, because if my dream is not scary, if it's not scary, it's not a real dream. That's why someone said that, oh, your dream must be scary to be a real dream. So I said, okay, sorry guys, some people just join, and let me just emphasize back on it. I said, if you're just joining, we're not doing tutorial today. Today is more like interactive and a special day. Today is Sunday, specifically everywhere. Today is Sunday, and we said we're going to be chatting, we're going to be replying your messages, we're going to get to talk. Do you get? My head is hot, so I'm not going to do streaming on tutorial today. Oh Jesus, God! My network was really fluctuating. Just look at like it just breached. Jesus, I want to cry. I don't want to be silly, but sorry guys. Oh, what just happened? My network shakes, so I don't know. It's breached, but I just fixed that now. So back to what I was saying. I was like, oh, okay. Uh, well. Mm, okay, let me proceed. Village people, God. Okay, let me proceed. Okay, I was like, oh, today's session we're going to be talking about vision. Like, we're not going to be streaming topics. That's is my emphasis, and it's more like interactive stuff. You're going to be asking me questions, and I'm going to be getting to answer. And maybe for the sake of people seeing me for the first time, this UF graphics. If you don't know my name, and I also love to know yours. If you don't mind. And I have something on my thumbnail that says dreamers and all of those stuff. I'm showing the serious expression. I don't know. It's just for fun, you get, and it's just for fun, you get, and what we're going to be doing is a kind of real low. I'm being serious, it's a kind of real because we're going to be really emphasizing on dreams. Because there is this something about dreams, and I was saying something before this thing breached initially, so I will just say something like dreams has to be scary. If it's not scary, and I was about saying that most times people will be like, bro, your dream is too scary. I'll just laugh because it's not my fault. Definitely it's not my fault. I get to, or like, you have to develop that mindset. God. Okay, so I said definitely it's not my fault. It's just more like not normal one. It's more like natural, and it's more like how it's meant to. You get, dreams are meant to be scary. Dreams are not, it's not like, sorry guys, see my dream is choking me. That means it's too much, it's too excess. My light is up, but I'm going to be managing the view is not too bad. So guys, I was saying something about dreams. So I said most times people will be like, bro, your dream is too scary. I'll laugh, I'll be like, you have not seen anything yet. I'll just be like, oh, that's true. Like, it's normal. Like, your dreams are not meant to be small, because if it's small, if it's predictable, like, if people can see the limits, or let's say like how length it is, it's small. It's not a real dream. So most of the times we tell people that your dreams is more like something that is beyond like you yourself that has a dream. You need to be like, you need to be afraid of it first, then other people as well needs to be afraid of it. Like, every people, every person I meet to see, every person needs to be afraid of the dream. So I just have, okay, that is what prompted me to put that thing on my thumbnail. I have about 107 if I'm not mistaken. About I did or something like 1 million. God, I beg. Let me just what's it called? Let me put my cap on my head. Let me just be talking. I said we're not going to be streaming section or tutorials today. So today is more like I'm a kind of happy. Today is Sunday. You get, firstly, and we don't need to be angry. So far there is life, there is hope, and if there is hope, I don't know. Like, if there is hope, there is blessing. So if there is blessing, there is more blessing. So we guys to share up. So that's the expression here, and I hope the same for you. So I was saying something about dream, and I said normally we normally do tutorial videos or teaching student life after school, but today even my light is off, but I'm not going to stop. I'll just continue. Like, my face is getting blurred, but that's not my concern. So I said today is more like talking about dreams, because people be like, your dream is too much, your dream is too much, and I'm like, it's not too much, it's normal. Like, that's why it's even dream at first place. Like, okay, now let's just ask, like, firstly, if we were to give a definition of a dream, like, what comes to your mind? Now, a dream is not just something that you just get to see when you're sleeping. That's not, no, that's not a dream. That's let's just call it a nightmare. That's just it. That's the nightmare. Now, if we're able to bring a definition of a dream, like what it really means, it's just something like, oh, okay, firstly you will say it's just more like what you're picturing. Now, there's something they taught us in secondary school when we were still in school. They were like, oh, you need to picture the future that you want to feature in. So we're like, see this man, but this lecturer is teaching parable. The man will still say it again. You need to picture the future that you want to feature in. Now we start reasoning it. At first we said, oh god, my face is getting blurry. But at first you said you need to picture. Now there is a picturing. The picturing aspect is more like you seeing it first. Like, it's just like nobody can tell your dream now. You're the person that has a dream. Like, you know what you want. So you are at the first stage or like at the first phase, you're going to be picturing it. That's you, like picturing it. Reason that picturing has to do with something like you reasoning it. Do you get? Imagine it, just like imagination, because it's not yet on ground, like it has not manifested yet. You're just imagining. So it can also be referred as imagination. So that's the first stage of the dream. You ought to picture it. Now, I haven't pictured it. Now you need to picture the future. You have pictured it too. Now you that's okay. You picture the future. Now is the future. Now the future is the next, or is the next of there. You have pictured the future. Now that you want to future in. Now after picturing, what's it called? Let me keep my cap abeg. After picturing the future, then you now picture how to future it in. So all that, what is just trying to bring, is just more like, oh, like at first you need to know what you want. That's the picturing, and how to figure it out. That's the future. Yes, no, where it's going to be leading you, and the possible ways you can figure it out. That's the main destination. So that's all about dream. So we cannot just say dream is something we get to see when we're asleep, or when we fall asleep. It's not, it's erroneous, like it's not making sense that way. That is more like a nightmare. So dream is more like being conscious, consciously, anxiously, intentionally dreaming. Do you get? That's what a dream is like. You're conscious. It's not when you're asleep, oh, like you're consciously thinking about it. It's not what they showed you. Now it's just more like some, most times you will just be sleeping, maybe nightmare or whatever. Now do you want to tell me that most people, okay, well, okay, now let me just share this, I'm being real. Like this is my personal story, just more like when we were still small. Maybe most times we'll be hungry, then we'll go and sleep, like we'll be sleeping. Now we'll saw food, like we'll get to see food in that nightmare. Like most at times we eat it, I'm being real. Most at times we will be attempting to eat it. They wake, like we'll be waked up, and we'll be like, oh, like you would have just leave us to eat this food in our dream. Are you see? So such stuff, those is just like all of those stuff is just nightmare. Like that's not actually a dream. Now, okay, even if you were to say it's a dream, how is it a dream then? Like, are you just dreaming about your life that you're going to be eating the dream? Like, it's not making sense. So that's why I'm just trying to bring it to this view that if you're already talking about dreams and vision, it's more like intentionality. You are aware of it. Self, like being aware of it. That's number one. Intentionality, and you like making appropriate plans. So it's just beyond nightmare, or like it's just beyond what you sleep or what you see when you are sleeping. So that's not a definition of a dream. And we say this dream, the actual, what's it called? The things that triggers it, or let's say the factors of a good dream, or let's just say a serious dream is, or terrifying. It must be terrifying, like it must terrify people. That's why we said, if your dream does not scare you, it's too small. Like just get it. If your dream does not scare you, that means it's small. Now it's small in the sense of it's not scary. That's one. Now not scary, that means it's small, and that means it's small. That means it can, like it's more like achievable, like easily achievable. Let me just say it is a rule. I'm speaking rubbish English. Easily achievable. It's just more like a common something. So probably what's it called? Dreams are meant to be scary, and is more like step by step on how to achieve it. So it's more like a hard something. So it's what makes it a dream. So that if you start thinking about it, if you start picturing it, it looks big. That's the definition of a dream. And it makes you, one is that it keeps you on track. Now imagine that, okay, it's just most times I'll be telling people my dream as what's it called? I'm not just a YouTube creator or content creator or whatever. What I'm doing here is just more like streaming, and streaming. I mean, I'm teaching students, young adults. Maybe you're just seeing us now. We have a lot of stream we did previous days and time, but today we're not teaching, interacting. And I said, oh, those things covers a lot of topics that we've been doing. And what we're even teaching students is more like life after school, brutal truths, and we're more like revealing the reality, what our future really holds, and how they can possibly make, what's it called, plans, so that they're not going to be victims of failure, of pressures from family and all of those stuff. So that's more like where we focused. And that's more like our path. And that's why I said I'm not just a YouTube creator or a content creator. So I'm beyond that. Like I'm more than that. And I'm bringing it like I'm coming from the angle of dream and vision. Now, even if I'm to ask, what's my vision into this? Like, what am I intending to achieve or get to achieve through this miss? One is that okay, just like I tell people that 100,000 students, 1 million students get to impact them because it's normal. Impacting is okay. I was also impacted. So impacting other people is not probably wrong. So one is that sorry guys, I was interrupted. Someone was calling, so it was really I don't know, shifting my section and all of those stuff. So I have to answer the call. Apologies for that. So if I'm to proceed, I will say something. I said, okay, back to what I was saying. I forgot saying. What was I saying? Okay, okay, something like okay, I was just saying. Okay, I was saying okay. I'll be kind of telling people that I'm not just yeah, that was what I was actually saying. That I'm not just a content creator or whatever YouTube or whatever, but more like sets or more like having a visual, like to actually get something. So and getting it, the possible way we can get is firstly is through this live stream station. And moreover, our other social media handles will probably post it there, but definitely or more like being real, like in this YouTube platform because we're streaming and you're seeing us and we're gonna be seeing you too. So you can get to talk. So we're more like real on YouTube. Moreover, other platform is just you're posting videos. You get so, and I'm just saying from a kind of vision and dreams what we're already talking about. So if I'm to detail it down, I will say something like this dream of a team. If I'm to ask, I'll think I'm not a content creator. Why? I'm not just creating content. I'm not just doing streaming, but I have a vision. I have a target. Least okay, more like not okay, minimum of 100,000 students to impact them. I mentioned earlier, and even if I'm as what's my benefits? Okay, I may not have any benefit, but okay, my benefit is just to see young people not suffering. You get not being stopped because this thing is not only in Nigeria. Precisely, I'm currently in Nigeria, but it's not just all about Nigerian students and Nigerian people, but or like more like every student across the world because this is life. Probably most problems they are probably going to be facing is more like a common something like generally. So they really need to be guided on that part. So that's more like what was said. And I was telling some people like it's going to get to a point where we're going to start visiting countries, we're going to start visiting states, visiting cities, and we're going to start like it's more like a movement. It's going to start. It's going to be like a movement. It's a dream. Despite like it has not started yet. Like it's not on ground yet, but it's going to get to a point. So that's what a dream looks like. And okay, now is you may say it's not scary. You may say it's not scary. Now let me tell you why it looks scary to me. One is that there's no plans about it currently yet. Like no plans yet about the movement. But I'm believing the movement. So believing it is actually scaring me. So it's a dream. So I don't just do like I'm being real. It's a dream because it's scary and it's big. Do you know what it means like to start moving to different places to really teach young adults? It's not an easy dream. So it's likewise a very big dream and you cannot just achieve that easily. So it takes time, it takes process, it takes a lot of effort. So and achieving it requires you like you're going to be intentional and ready to face whatever it takes. So that's just more like the division and the actual stuff there. So I was saying is dream and when we're going to start doing this, God is going to help us because everything is on God, like everything is on God. So probably God is going to help us because it's not by our strength, it's not by our strength. So God is going to help us, it's going to be like a movement, a strict movement to every student. No student is going to be left out. No student is going to escape it. Every student in the whole I mean, like every student in the whole world is going to really be impacted. Like we're going to be impacting a lot of them because we're going to make them see sense. We're going to wake them, like more like waking them up from their unconsciousness. We're going to open their eyes to see reality, not to put fear, but to make them understand that there is more to life. Do you get? There is more to handle. Like there is more to do. That like you just to waking up. Okay, there's this thing that they normally say, like you waking your unconsciousness or whatever. Like it's just like when you're looking small, like when you're feeling less of yourself. After speaking to you, you're going to see yourself as someone that have like you want a lot, like there is a lot hidden into you. So this is more like oh going to be striking. And I said it's more like going to be a movement, and our aim is to really change life, impact life through that mix. Because a lot of students has been, I don't know, a lot of things has been keeping a lot of students down beyond academic itself. Like beyond academic, most people is bad ways that like his courses and all of those stuff. People be like, you're not a good person. Like you cannot even you can never perform well in academics. All of those stuff. So most of those thoughts gets to sink into their mind. Most of them gets to or what's it called occupy their memories and all of those stuff. So if they are reflecting on those bad ways, like it has it what's it called a negative effect on them. So if we're going to be speaking to them, we're going to we're going to throw those nonsense out from their CP and make them see that they have good future. Like there is a lot entrusted on their hand to execute. Like they are probably watching something like they can do more. So that's just more like what we're going to be what's it called, like making them see and understand about their life, and they can also strive beyond where they see themselves. So that's more like that. And I said he's going to no, let me I don't emphasize more, but I'm being real. Like that's just the fact, and that's what is scary. It's not scary. I I guess it's scary. Yes, it's definitely scary because if it's not scary, it won't be scary because like I'm not easily terrified or what. Like so if it's terrifying me, it's terrify you as well, and it should terrify every listener here. Do you get? And that's what let me not bore you with my dreams. But that's what a kind of a real dream really looks like. Like that's what a real dream should be like. Something that if you remember it, you're going to be like, oh, this is too big. All of those stuff, like, and seeing it that way is going to make you like, it's going to make you to be intentional. That's why I said it's going to make you to use your time, because actually getting something or being successful in anything requires your energy, effort, time, resources. You're going to spend in it both your time a lot. Resources is not just all about time. Money is includes like everything. A lot of things is involved. Time is even money. So time is also equivalent to money. So a lot is going to be I can feast to it to actually make that or what's it called, that dream come to pass and all of those stuff. So this is more like the vision, and that's why we still tell people that it's going to get to a point where we're going to be teaching. Firstly, we said hundreds of students. That's more like the starting point. Do you get? You're not going to omit, or let's just say you're not going to skip 100 and head to 1,000. More like a stop process. You cannot be processed. Even in big, the highest streamers and the world and all of the time they probably have 10 subscribers, 10 followers. This is why you should just neglect, or let us feel that starting small is more like something that's okay. It's just more like the show. Everything big started small. Like there was actually a time it was very little. Like and I in little. Do you just or what really happened to you? Anything big now is just more a matter of time and chance. So it's just the actual thing that happened to it, and that's why you see it exploding now or whatever. So a matter of time and chance, as I mentioned earlier, and that's more like process. And those process, like you, what's it called? Like you getting to outgrow those process, and like those process has things to really equip you. Like it really has to. It has something to give you, and it also has something to take away from you. Now let me explain what I mean by that. You just like, oh, I don't know, something like if you're really growing, like you're going to be outgrowing a lot of things, and you're going to learn and unlearn all of those stuff. Like it will equip you, make you things that is not necessary, equip you with the things that is necessary. So that's why, okay, just more like, oh, most public speakers, most influencers, if you're talking, if they are doing this one, you just feel that that's the way they were born. Do you get? So that's not actually the way they were born. It was process, it was effort, like it was learning like it was just more like a process. So those process that they undergo, more like it screwed them, like I don't know, it strive them at, I don't know, like it took, or what's it called, the unnecessary things, and gave them the necessary things that they really require for their journey, or they really require to really execute whatever they are doing on their field. So that's just more like that. And oh, I said, I don't know, maybe I'm going to bring the cookies tomorrow. I don't think it's bad. Not in any way. So the cookies is probably going to be coming tomorrow, and today is more like a celebration, or more like 100 subscribers plus. And less than a week now, we what's it called? We celebrated 90 subscribers. So we're more like 100, and we're more like, you get? So it's not little, it's little as well, it's not really little. So it's growth, and we believe that it's progress, is in progressive mood or whatever. Like it's really progressing, and it's a continuous stuff, and growth is meant to be continually, like definitely growing. So that's it, and that's the emphasis. So oh, coach, all right. So okay, I don't know. I do introduce myself every, or maybe before I get starting, or like before I started initially, and maybe you just a kind of join few minutes, and maybe you were not able to. Okay, I'm UF Graphics, and all our social media handles UF Graphics, so you can just get to message us in any of the social media, and maybe we'll get to talk better. And oh, okay, something like you can ask us questions, you can get and we'll also have a community. Maybe if you want to be a member, get to message us, then we're going to include you and all of those stuff. So that's for it. And as I said, a lot to figure out today, and we as well really consider us streaming as well. So we're more like getting to the end of the streaming. Yeah. And okay, you're probably going to see us tomorrow as well, because we normally stream every day. So tomorrow from 1 p.m. as well, downwards, just from 1 p.m. you can just check us on YouTube. You're going to see us active. All right, guys. So that's for that. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, maybe you just consider doing that, because very soon we'll share cookies. I don't know, because it's just more like subscribe for your cookies. If you get it, you get it, and if you don't get it, you miss it. So I'm just being silly. Anyways, thanks for joining to the live stream session. Like your presence here was really guarded so much, not in any way taken for granted, not in any way. You get? So we really got the fact that you joined. And I don't know, our network today was not too or what's it called, smooth, and our lights got off. But everywhere good. You get? Let's use our language. Everywhere good, but everywhere good. Probably we're going to be fixing that by tomorrow, and we'll get to give you a better view, and we're gonna be interacting maybe much better. Okay, guys. So at the point in time, we're going to be going offline. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Thanks for attempting to join. Thanks for being part of today's live session. Thanks for trusting us. Thanks for trusting our dreams. Thanks for what's it called again? Oh, believing on our dreams. So, okay, guys. We're going to be going offline, and we'll get to see you tomorrow. Clock it. How did they even use clock it? Yeah, is it like the clock?